What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Henny podcast. As always, I'm your host, your brother, Jay White. First things first, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to this at. Whether it's Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Pandora Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Bootleg Podcasts. Wherever you listening to this, make sure you subscribe so that you get all the episodes, the whole backlog. In case I go on a little mini break or I skip a week, you got plenty of content to listen to. As always, I continue to appreciate y'all for listening to the podcast, for sharing the podcast. Make sure you rate the podcast and continue to share it with your folks. Next, Henny Nice merch. That little link that's in the show notes, that link tree, click that. You're going to go to that link. It'll have everything there, Henny Nice related, anything related to me. But there is the Henny Nice merch store in that link. So make sure you scroll down. You'll see it. Click on that and it'll take you to the storefront where you can get your crew necks, your t-shirts, hoodies, whatever you want Henny Nice related. Make sure you tap in with that. I am also bringing back the Henny Gang jerseys for a small window. So if you want that Henny Gang jersey, it's not on that link tree, but you have to hit me up and tap in with me so I can get that custom made for you and get that sent to you. So again, if you want that jersey, make sure you tap in with me. I greatly appreciate it. Now, solo dolo episode, you feel me? And, solo dolo episodes, I try not to keep y'all too long. I try to get straight to the point or whatever. But as always, we're going to have a little blast. And then, of course, got a little AMA at the end. And then we're going to get the fuck up out of here. So, I did want to address something. And, it may be looked at as some, like, get off my lawn type shit. But I'm proud to say that I made it to the age of 35. You feel me? I don't really have too many issues. I mean, shit be sore from time to time. That shit do be happening. But, 35 has been a good one. Being in my 30s in general, you feel me, has been really, really good. It's been a blessing. And so I came across a tweet, of course, and it was like speaking about 35-year-olds and when they go out and things like that. And the tweet, let me pull it up so I make sure I can quote it accurately because it made me think. I ain't even gonna hold you. So the tweet says, hold on, I'm pulling it up. The tweet says, I ain't old, and that I ain't old is in quotes. People 35 and up. Okay, since you ain't old, do a day party and go out that night and don't sneak in a nap. That'll let you know your age right there. And so, I saw that shit and call it trigger or whatever. But I was like, nigga. When I was, in my 20s and shit like that, during the summertime, preferably, when Muggs had gigs, but like not a lot of responsibility and shit like that. Niggas kicked it. Niggas definitely went out and kicked it all day long type shit. Don't let it be a Friday or a Saturday where the whole squad was off. Nigga, we hitting the mall. We bullshitting. We going to get something to eat. We going over one of the homies' cribs. And then we going to get ready. And we going to get out in these fucking streets type shit. it could be an all day thing or whatever. Niggas pull all day madness type shit. But nigga, that 35 and up try to kick it and not take a nap shit, nigga. Do you niggas not like energy? Do niggas prefer to be a whole ass zombie out here, bro? Niggas want to continue to look 65 instead of 25? Where now we fucking gang banging on naps? Look, bro. I was in that school at one point of like naps, nigga, naps or whatever. And then I saw the way of the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ, and realized naps ain't nothing but a cheat code. Naps are your friends. Getting rest is the cheat code to continuing to not look your fucking age. And so I'm a equal opportunity napper, nigga. I take naps on the way to the club if I ain't driving. If I ain't driving, bro, I will take a quick nap in the car. If I ain't get one earlier in the day, I just had my fucking Snapchat remind me that 2 years ago, I was in Dallas, and me and Phil, my boy Phil, we took the early morning flight to get to Dallas or whatever. And, I got family down there, so we kicked it at their crib until it was time to, check into our Airbnb. We crashed a little bit at my people crib or whatever, but, that little jet lag shit, it sneak up on you. It hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can hit you at any time. And so, you in Dallas, you want to get out in the city, you want to get out and kick it and whatnot. And so we hit 2 spots that night. We got out around 6 or 7 or whatever, and we went to 2 opposite ends of fucking Dallas. Because, Dallas is big as shit. We went to one little spot, I want to say, in Deep Ellum, and it was cool or whatever. And then one of the homies who lived in Dallas at the time hit us and was like, yeah, come out to this other crib, it's some rooftop action or whatever. And it was about 30 minutes the opposite way. And so my homeboy, we had a car off Turo or whatever. So I had rented the car, but I was told my man, so I'm like, yeah, bro, just drive us to the spot or whatever. Cause like, nigga, I was doing the driving majority of the day. Gave him the keys to go to the next spot, and nigga, I went to sleep. Like, dead ass went to fucking sleep. And this nigga recorded me once we pulled up to the spot and it was time to go to the spot. When I say I was in a deep fucking slumber, bruh, I was knocked the fuck out. And them niggas, was like, get your ass up. And we were, I jumped up and shit, had to make sure I wipe my face. Because the nigga was getting good slumber or whatever. And like, we got up and we went in the party. I wasn't yawning in the motherfucker though. Because I had got my little cat nap in on the way to the spot. And so when Buddy tweeted this on Twitter, I'm like, damn, bruh. What niggas got against, setting yourself up for success? And then I saw another tweet a few weeks ago that was talking about, people when they get up, late 20s, early 30s, don't want to go out, want to be homebodies and shit. And I responded to the tweet. I'm like, look, man, like, I can't speak for everybody, but I started going out hitting parties and shit when I was 16. We had homies, big homies that was, seniors in high school or freshmen in college that were party promoters. And so, you know, we the young cats, we the dudes that's coming after that, and the OGs was looking at us like, yo, like, yeah, y'all come through this party, whatever, we'll get y'all in, even though y'all ain't really at the age limit y'all need to be, we'll get y'all in. We know y'all good folks. And literally going out and kicking it. College parties, renting out fucking hotel ballrooms and stuff like that, renting out event spaces that normally don't do college parties and things like that, fucking block parties. Me and my homies threw a block party in the Loop. Wasn't super organized or nothing like that. We just had Facebook. And we used Facebook. We started a little event page on Facebook and was like, yo, we throwing a block party in the Loop. This is when the Delmar Loop, you could actually, there wasn't no weak ass trolley going down the middle. You could actually, there was actually things for us to hang out in the Loop, put it that way. We were throwing block parties in the Loop. We were throwing kicking parties. We were throwing house parties. And niggas was doing that from like age 17, 18, 19, 20, and so on. So yeah, nigga, after you do something for fucking so many years, niggas getting relationships, niggas get internships, niggas get jobs, school getting away, shit changes. So naturally you slow down. So yeah, if you've been doing that shit since you were a teenager, the natural progression of you getting to late 20s, early 30s is like, yeah, then seen it all, then did it all, bro. I don't really want to be on that shit. And on top of that, nigga, I ain't got shit to prove. Niggas got stories. Niggas threw the parties. Niggas threw a party so big that somehow a rumor came out that Soulja Boy was going to pull up at our party. This is clearly 2007, by the way. But was throwing a party that got so big, so many people were talking about it. Somehow the idea of Soulja Boy coming to the goddamn party got out there. And I still don't know how that was a fucking thing, because why the fuck would Soulja Boy come to our party out of all parties? But that's the time we were in. It was a lit ass time. It was the power of Facebook. Motherfuckers see how many people coming to your event and they got FOMO. They don't want to miss out on something that could be a good time. We didn't have Soulja Boy, but hell, shout out to SoFly. SoFly DJ'd our shit. Shorty the Prince came through our shit. Performed wow. I think for one of the first times ever. And it was just lit. One of the best college parties ever, bruh. Niggas don't have anything to prove. Niggas did the 22, 23, 24-year-old parties and stuff like that. You know? Muggs had the birthday parties, you know, being put on the flyer and having Muggs pull up just off the strength. We did it. So that's what I'm saying. My jersey in the rafters, bro. I ain't got nothing to prove. Let me get this motherfucking nap in. Then I'll fucks with you. Let me get this nap in and we cool. Let me get a little rest in. All I need is an hour to hour and a half, bro. I ain't saying I need a full 3 hours to 4 hours. We good after that. But it's so crazy though, just saying. And you know, now that we on the other side in hindsight, I'm pretty sure I was on the same shit like y'all niggas. Oh, bro, y'all don't want to do nothing. I'm sure I said that dumb shit when I was younger. So is the cycle of life. We just do that. But 30 ain't really old, bro. Don't get me wrong. My 20s were lit. My 20s were lit. I had a good ass time in my 20s, dog. Learned a lot about myself, went through a lot of shit, went through a lot of character development, like people call it. But my 30s has been like, you got a lot more change in your pocket. You can actually do some shit. If you choose to go to a day party and buy a bottle or two, allegedly. If you choose to do that, you can do that. and go to, and kick it at a day party from 3 and be home by 9 and get up to work. Might be a little hurt. But you can do that. Motherfuckers got a lot more access to shit. So, and I had a lot of access to shit when I was younger or whatever. But in hindsight, like, my 30s have been great. Traveling way more, career stuff popping. Personal life going really, well. Ain't doing shit for image and things like that. Like, 30s has been lit, and it's not old, bro. Really, your shit just really getting started now. And you should always be continuing to change and evolve, bro. And not being stagnant, because that's where you get in trouble at. That's where you fall into the trap at. You don't want to challenge yourself on nothing. You don't want to change on nothing. So yeah, this 30s talk is just like, what are we talking about? But yeah, my jersey in the Rafters, bro. I didn't put in the Hall of Fame career. I'm good. Speaking of growth, I really need for folks to have better reading comprehension skills. I need folks to go back to doing their SRAs, their book reports, breaking down sentence structures, critical thinking, because there should be no way that there is such a divide between Drake fans and Kendrick Lamar fans. Because the way that, for one, let me say this. In the history of diss tracks, there ain't been a lot of diss tracks where you say, I want to hear this shit in the club, or I want to shake my ass to this in the club. I ain't never heard nobody say they want to shake their ass to No Vaseline. I ain't never heard nobody say, I want to play that fucking Back Down by 50 Cent in the club. Like, nigga, I ain't never heard nobody say, hey man, I want to buy some bottles, or a chick say I want to shake my ass to Ether. Like, the logic that people are using to just Mr. Fantastic reach when it comes to their favorite rapper is just insane, bro. Now, that's not to say that Drake didn't put out a catchy fucking diss track with the drop and give me 50, the push up shit. That's not to say that Drake makes meme worthy, momentary music. And I'm a Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we remember what Back to Back was on. Back to Back definitely was, a viral meme worthy moment. It was catchy as fuck. Like, nigga, it's fine. But we not gonna act like the barometer for making a diss song is, oh yeah, you gotta be able to play this shit in the club. I'm not saying Drake didn't hold his own. I'm not saying that at all. Not even saying it's not a catchy diss. But nigga, at the end of the day, you gotta fucking rap, bruh. And that nigga Kendrick was rapping. I was not expecting a Sexy Red fucking bar saying that nigga want to shake ass in a twerk team competition with Sexy Red. I was not expecting that shit. I was not expecting the way that this nigga Kendrick told this nigga Drake, I hate your black skin. Well, nigga, I hate your pale white skin. I hate your black lips. I hate your gums because they black. Like, nigga, he went fucking Bernie Mac levels of like, I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck, nigga. That was just the light skinned version of that shit. He ain't fucking with that nigga. And like, I respect the motherfucker to be like, dog, like, I don't like you, nigga. I don't like shit you represent, bro. Like, I ain't gonna go so far out my way to be like, every time I see you, I gotta tell you I hate you. I just, it's, you're capable of telling a motherfucker I don't fuck with you. It's simple. But Muggs using the barometer of like, man, you ain't never gonna turn that shit on in the car. Bruh, what? Most diss songs aren't, as far as beat selection, acoustically pleasing, bro. It ain't like he picked no fucking trash ass beat either. But the goalpost moving is so crazy. And then motherfuckers want to be like, oh, he ain't say nothing we ain't already heard. What? In the social media era or whatever, what haven't we heard said about a motherfucker? Everything is reported. You can find anything. Instagram ain't nothing but fucking gossip pages. It's a different era. You can't, in some respects, you can't compare this to like the Ja Rule 50 Cent beef, because it was our first time hearing some of that shit. Or fucking Ether and fucking Super Ugly and Renegade and that shit. Like, we didn't have 24/7 access like we had now. But it's still smack, because you know why? Wordplay matters. Knowing how to put together a song matters. Not just for the sake of some shit that's gonna be catchy, that's gonna be for a TikTok reel, it's gonna be a viral sound. Actually putting together a fucking song still matters. Wordplay still matters. Reading comprehension matters. Understanding that words mean things matter. Synonyms matter. Like, and that's the difference. You can do both. I'm of the belief that Drake can rap. I believe Drake can fucking rap. If he really wants to. We want to see it. Because he's rapping against a motherfucker that can rap, bruh. Not just somebody that's going to say, oh, you wear a size 7. You got small feet. Rap, bro. But I wish people would stop using this. Oh, yeah, you ain't going to play this in the club. You ain't going to turn this on in the car. Every song you turn on in your car ain't a club banger. Variety. I would hope you have variety. Hope you will listen to variety. But every song ain't gonna be that, bro. And that's okay. It's okay for your favorite rapper to get barred the fuck up. My favorite rapper is Hove. He's definitely gotten barred up before. It's okay, it happens. But don't be delusional about the shit. Don't move the goalposts about the shit. But that's a whole nother issue with music in general now. Muggs don't make complete bodies of work anymore. Like, the popular shit, they just aim for the popular shit. They aim for the shit that's going to trend. In my day, how dare that sound like that right now? But albums back then, nigga, the fucking B-side tracks, the songs that wasn't the radio tracks or the one that you could be like, that's gonna be a single, those tracks often ended up being the better tracks. The ones that stick out outside of the popular shit. Outside of the shit that everybody's gonna know. But that's just my fucking opinion on the shit. We just gotta let's not move the goalposts, bruh. Let's not do that shit. It's gonna be a good battle. It's gonna be a good battle. And we gonna see. These are just jabs, man. These are just jabs right now. We gonna see if we're gonna really get some spicy shit. The shit that y'all looking for. The shit, oh, you saying shit everybody know. Everybody shit. Okay. We gonna see if we gonna get some shit that's gonna make us go, word? Really? We gonna see, bro. Let's see who's really gonna be creative. Let's see who really could do this shit. I'm anxious for it. I want to see it. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. But we ain't gonna act like that this one good. Drake's was cool too. But rap, nigga. And the whole discourse about either artists not having classics is fucking stupid as well. A lot of people debate which albums of Drake's are classic. In my personal opinion, Take Care is a classic for me. If you want to say So Far Gone qualifies, I say that too. Kendrick Lamar definitely has a classic with Good Kid, Mad City, for sure. You can debate. A lot of people didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly. Damn was more so of a more commercial album for sure. Mr. Morale album, got him a Pulitzer. So, and then you have Untitled. So, yeah, the whole discourse around neither one of them having classics is funny as hell. I know Kendrick said that in his rap, which is funny. But, sometimes nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. And so that shit was funny, but let's not be obtuse with the shit. But off the rapping niggas, it's the AMA portion of the podcast. So, with that being said, question 1. What are your thoughts on the NBA playoffs so far? Okay. So, 1, Phoenix Suns. We start with the Phoenix Suns. They need a point guard and a big man that can space the floor. For sure. And they don't have to be no otherworldly signing, no superstar, adding to the 3 superstars they have already. But they definitely need a point guard to get them together, and they need a big that can space the floor and allow them to get to the hoop more easy, not crowd the paint, and knock down open shots for sure. The Lakers, LeBron, I say 3 to 4 more years tops before he calls it quits. Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards is that nigga. He's definitely up there, and I've talked about this a few podcasts ago with Ryan and my boy Tanel about who's the next faces of the NBA, and is showing his ass right now. Is definitely one of the next, if not the face of the league in the next 3 to 4 years for sure. The Knicks, they better get it done. They blew it last night against the 76ers. Boston, I don't think they're going to have a challenge until they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Clippers, same old story. Kawhi can't stay healthy. And, yeah, the Bucks, it is what it is, bro. I think Indy's going to close that out. So, But yeah, the playoffs have been super, super entertaining. And it's been dope. It's been dope, man. Seeing the old guard get smacked around by the new guard, it's been definitely interesting for sure. So we gonna see what happens. I might have to have all the homies on and like do a sports a podcast episode dedicated to sports, maybe like a special episode or something like that. So yeah. The next question. Name something you hate as much as Kendrick seems to hate Drake. Kitten heels, because they childish as fuck. When I used to work at a dealership and detail cars, my manager Jordan, I hate his fucking ass. It's one of them where it's on sight if I ever fucking see this dude again. Dead ass. On site immediately if I ever see that nigga. I can't, bruh. I don't have venom for mugs, but like I hate the way that you walk, hate the way you talk type shit. Same shit. I cannot stand that nigga, dog. And so mainly because he hated on me. He said if I didn't come in on my birthday, I would get fired. And so I had to work on my birthday one year, bruh. And I was tight. I was tight about it. Because they could have let me off, bro. They didn't need me there, man. But mugs want to kiss ass and flex power and shit like that. And dude ended up, he actually ended up getting fired or something like that. Something crazy. So all that kissing ass and, you don't keep the job. It didn't save you. So, yeah. It's on site when I see that nigga for sure. But, what else? I don't hate a lot of shit, man. I don't hate a lot of shit. Chitlins, barf, disgusting. Bruh. Any nigga that'll eat that shit, it literally eats shit. Chitlins, bruh. I think that might be really it, bruh. That might really be fucking all that I hate. So yeah. Next question. Where is it? I just had it pulled up on my phone and it disappeared. Where'd it go? Okay. It is. Goddamn. What the fuck? Do you prefer personality or looks? I just want to say, when it comes to shooting percentage on a baddie, Jay White don't miss, nigga. But the funny thing about that is your personality, depending on how shitty you are, can make you unattractive. So when I'm not gonna sit up here and act like people like to sit up here and act like the physical doesn't catch your attention first. It obviously fucking does. It's very surface level. You see a baddie, you see a dude you want to hop down on, boom, attraction there. You're attracted to the physical. So by default, that's gonna catch your eye first, and then from there, you build the profile on the motherfucker. You get to know them. You get to peep personality. And people are good at hiding shit. People are definitely good at not showing who they really are, for sure. But, you got to do your best to pay attention to that shit. And just hope. All this shit is a risk. You just hope that you get the reward, hit on the reward side versus the red flag side. Now you got to abort the fucking mission. So yeah, it's a combination of both. looks get you in, and then the personality determines whether you stay around or not. So, yeah. Next question. Who's your best friend? I got a solid group of friends, bro. You trying to be part of the gang, man? You trying to come around and hang with the squad? Go on the outside tour 2024? Let me know. But nah, y'all, I've had my best friends all on the podcast multiple times. It's the circle that I hang around with day in and day out. My boys that I've been friends for 20 plus years with, and then friends that I met later on in life that are solid people. And I'm super, fortunate to have a solid group of friends, because it could be difficult navigating that. We all got life shit happening. So, yeah, I am extremely blessed when it comes to that. So, when is your next vacation? Very soon. Very soon. I'm getting out of here in a couple of weeks. I ain't gonna say where, but I'm getting up out of here. Gonna have me a little vacation. Rub on some cheeks and get cooked for sure. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because with work, I'm gonna be busy this summer. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff, and that's another thing. I'm super fortunate to be in a position of seeing where the city, of course, St. Louis, is going to be in the next 10 to 15 years. And being privileged enough to see that and how that's all coming to fruition. So, yeah, it's going to require me to, I can't go a lot of places, once we get into the thick of summer, but that's fine. I got goals to accomplish and a lot of things to accomplish. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Name some podcasts that you listen to. I feel like I said this before, but The Read, shout out to Dom Whiskey Sour, I still listen to Brilliant Idiots, Jenkins and Jones, shout out to the homie LeJethro Jenkins, those are kind of the main ones I listen to. I feel like I'm forgetting some. R&B Money, and then I like some adult ass podcasts, like one specifically about marketing on some nerd shit. I do a lot of like watching shit on YouTube, like just random like history facts or like mini docu series type YouTube videos. Like I put those on in the background when I work and get lost in that shit and the information when it comes to that. Just always like constantly learning and whatnot. So yeah. When can I come on a podcast? This is anonymous, right? So like I don't know who you are, but my door to the Henny Nights podcast is always open, and I'm always looking to have new people or recurring people on a podcast. So you want to come and shoot the shit and talk about life or whatever, pull up. The door is open. Reach out to me, man. I'm down, but I can't really answer this for real because I don't know who the fuck you are. So yeah, that's that on that. Damn, yeah, that's the last question. So once again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to this on, whatever platform you're on. Share it with your people. Let them know. This is a real chill podcast, funny and hopefully informative. And you have a good time with it. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, share with your people, and until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.